Hello grade 6, how are you all? I hope you are fine. This session will be revision number 2 on integer numbers. Let's see. The first question, find the result of each of the following. Firstly, negative 7 plus 2. If we add two integers with different signs, one positive and one negative, we will subtract them and we will take the sign of the greatest number. So negative 7 plus 2, different signs, we will subtract them. 7 minus 2, 5, and the greatest sign negative. It will be negative 5. Number B, negative 4 plus negative 5. Now we have similar signs. We will add them and we will take any sign of them. 4 plus 5, 9, and the negative is the sign of them. It will be negative 9. 14 minus 27, number C, 14 minus 27. Positive 14, negative 27, or 14 minus 27. Different signs, so we will subtract them. 27 minus 14 equaled 13, and the greatest number has a negative sign. Then the result will be negative 13. 16, negative of negative 3. The concept negative of negative equals positive. Negative of negative is positive. Then negative of negative 3 will be positive 3 plus 3. Then the result will be 16 plus 3, 19. The last one, 12 plus negative 12. Two different signs. We will subtract them. 12 minus 12 equals 0. The second question, write the property of addition, like closure, commutative, associative, and additive identity and additive inverse. Firstly, negative 5 plus 6 in a bracket plus 9 equals negative 5 plus 6 plus 9, but the brackets on 6 plus 9. The places of integers are not changed, but the brackets is changed. The brackets was on negative 5 plus 6, but at the right hand side on 6 plus 9. This is called associative property. Number B, negative 8 plus 7 equals 7 plus negative 8. The places of integers changed, so it is called commutative. Negative 11 plus 0 equal negative 11. That is the effect of 0. That is called additive identity. 14 plus negative 14, the integer and its inverse is called additive inverse. Next, complete each of the following. 4 plus negative 7 minus 2. We will take negative 7 minus 2. Similar signs will be negative 9. 4 plus negative 9 will be negative 5. B, negative 8 plus 5 plus 8. Negative 8 with 8, the integer and its inverse equals 0. The remaining will be 5. The absolute of negative 7 equals 7. 7 plus what equals 0? The number plus its inverse. 7 plus negative 7. 4 plus what equals negative 1. Now the missing is the middle number, the middle integer. So we will subtract the result minus the input. Negative 1 minus 4 equals negative 5. The last one, the additive inverse of negative 5 equals 5. The additive inverse is the changing of the sign, the opposite sign will be 5. Use the properties of addition in Z to find. We will use the properties of addition to find the result. Firstly, we will use commutative and associative and closure or identity or inverse. Let's see. Negative 15 plus 29 plus 15. We can take the similar integers with opposite signs like this. By using commutative, we will take negative 15 plus 15 plus 29. It is called commutative. And by using associative, we will put negative 15 plus 15 in a bracket. Like this, it's called associative. Negative 15 plus 15 equals 0. Plus 29 equals 29. 0 plus 29 is called additive identity. B. 55 plus negative 200. 55 plus 45 plus 255. We will take the same numbers by opposite signs. Then will be 55 plus 45 plus negative 255 plus 255 is called commutative. By using associative, we will put each two integers in a bracket like this. It's called associative. 55 plus 45 equals 100, and negative 55 plus 255 equals 0. 100 plus 0 equal 100. That is called additive identity. Next, if A is 2, B equals negative 3, and C equal negative 1, find the value of number A plus B minus C. We will substitute A by 2, B by negative 3, C by negative 1, like this. A equals 2 plus negative 3 minus negative 1 equals 0. You can put it on your calculator. Number B, C minus B. C is negative 1 minus B is negative 3 equals 2. Next, we have two remarks. The product of two integers. The product is the multiplication operation. If we multiply two integers with the same sign, then the result will be positive. Positive times positive equals positive. Negative times negative equals positive. But if we multiply two integers with different signs, the result will be negative. Positive times negative negative, and negative times positive also negative. So complete. The additive neutral element is 0, while the multiplicative neutral element, the neutral element is the identity, is 1. The additive identity 0, the multiplicative identity 1. The sum, the addition operation, the sum of two negative integers will be negative integers, while the product, the multiplying of two negative, is positive. The quotient is the division operation for two integers having different signs, when the division operation is possible and Z is negative integer. Negative 6 divide 3 equals negative 2. Negative 1 divide 1 equal negative 1. Number D. 5 times what equals 0? Any number times 0 equals 0, so 5 times 0 equals 0. The quotient is the division operation. Negative 36 divide negative 4. Negative divide negative, positive. 36 divide 4 equals 9. Absolute of 24 is positive 24. Divide negative 8, positive divide negative equal negative. 24 divide 8 equals 3, then it will be negative 3. Negative 2 times absolute of negative 6. The absolute of negative 6 equals 6. So negative 2 times 6 equals negative 12. Use the properties of multiplication of integers to find each of the following. 1. 50 times 14 times 2. Let's see. We will use the commutative and associative. By using commutative property, we can take 50 times 2 to be 100. Then it will be 50 times 2 times 4. It's called commutative. And by using associative, we'll take 50 times 2 in a bracket like this. Then 50 times 2, 100. 100 times 4 equals 400. This is called closure property. Number 2. By using commutative, we can take 8 times 125 equals 1000. Like this. 8 times 125 times negative 9 times 3 is commutative. By using associative, we will take each two integers in a bracket like this. It's called associative. 8 times 125 equals 1000, and negative 9 times 3 equals negative 27. The final result will be negative 27,000. It's called closure. By using the distributive property, find the result. Firstly, we will take the similar integer as 3 and we will open a bracket like this. We will take 1 from the two similar integers. 3 times negative 2 plus 3 times 5. The similar integer is 3. We will take a common from them, 3 times, and we will open bracket. We will put in it the remaining integers. It will be 3 times negative 2 plus 5. Negative 2 plus 5 equals 3. Then it will be 3 times 3 equals 9. Number 2. 112 times 98 plus 112 times negative 97. Now we have a common integer, 112. We will take one from them like this. The remaining in a bracket, 98 plus negative 97. 98 plus negative 97 equals 1. So it will be 112 times 1 equals 112. Finally, 54 times 101. Now we will analyze 101 into two numbers, 100 plus 1, 102 minus 1. By the simplest form, 100 plus 1. So it will be 54 times 100 plus 1. Now we will distribute 54 times 100 plus 54 times 1. 54 times 100 plus 54 times 1. By using calculator or without it, 54 times 100 equals 5400 plus 54 times 1 equals 54. The final result will be 5454. Thank you for listening.